fun.
I am back, people, and I am ready to show you how it's done in Minecraft. So, we're here again with Father, going into this slick accent. Gonna be all professional today. So, let's open up the notes and get this thing started. So, what are we on? Notes 21 and 22? Not sure. We'll check it. We are on note 22. I've changed my skin to something that meets my fancy. So, let's read this note. Diary entry by Warriors ran 8 days ago. Finally, with my newly acquired diamonds and a few sticks I've brought along, I've been able to forge a device powerful enough to destroy the Paragate. Now all I must do is locate a secure entrance into the sandstone castle, where the gate is located. Once that is completed, I can travel back home and retrieve my beautiful child, who will step through the gate and experience a world of perfection and harmony, a world where no other man exists. But let's not plan too far ahead. Anything could happen. The smallest, most insignificant object could become a threat to my plans. So let's just ensure that these objects are silently crushed before they even have a chance to act. Seems a little iffy there. And note 23. Diary entry by Warriors ran 8 days ago. When I entered Sandstone Cat today, I noticed a large abandoned theater located across from the railway station. After questioning a maid I found resetting my bedsheets, I learned that the theater closed due to the ceiling caving in during one of their regular nightly shows. I asked why the owners simply did not patch the ceiling. She laughed and stated that such a task would be much too costly, for the theater was located below ground. Apparently the showroom is filled to the brim with rubble. Curious and ready to explore the theater in hopes of finding a cavern or tunnel leading to the Sandstone Castle, I asked the maid who currently owned the complex. She stated that the owners could not find a buyer for such a wrecked place, so they sold it to the bank for practically nothing. I was only able to mumble a few words of anger as the maid left the room. All of the banks across this land are owned by the Supremacy, so they are the ones who are holding the key to the theater. Good thing is, an employee of the Supremacy, I know exactly where to go. The outpost of Little Fort, located on the prairie edge, acts as an armory and vault for the Supremacy and their banks. So if I can find some way in, I might not have a chance of locating the key. But then again, Little Fort is very heavily guarded, and I am not sure what to do. And, a little hint, use the 3 ladder sections provided to get over the theater walls after you venture to Little Fort. Let's go, my friends. Maybe we should check upstairs. Nothing. You must gain access to the Sandstone Theater, travel to Little Fort, and find the key. Now, my friends, I haven't posted a video in 2 days. Even though it doesn't really matter, but I would like you guys to know that I have not given up on you. And I will stay with you guys for as long as I can. Nah, I'm just messing with you about that part. I'll stay with you guys through the end, my friend. Through the end. Yeah, I'm talking about the Ender Dragon. That's right, Brandon. The Ender Dragon. You know who I'm talking to. Wacky BC on Xbox. You are gonna see the Ender Dragon. Not really, just messing with you. But I'll be on Xbox. Little public announcement. Just don't know when. But I will be. Anyways, let's continue with this little adventure. So, let's see here. Welcome to Sandstone Station. Oh wow, thank you. Shit. I don't want clay. Why would I want clay? Maybe I want to make a brick? Let's go, my friends. This episode's full of reading and writing on a minecart, but that's okay. 'Cause who wouldn't wanna ride on a minecart on such a beautiful day? Wait, it's raining, oh wait, that's really bad. It's not a very nice day after all. That's my little song. Bite on. Hold on, give me a time to think of a name. Bite on. Happy Tunes. That actually may be something, so I just copyrighted. Oh God! Sorry. Don't want to copyright. Copyright's bad. Low Fort Station, straight ahead. Whoa! This place is jacked up. This is the last place we go to. We're almost done with this adventure map, people. I don't want to leave you guys so soon, but this is gonna get getting a little old. So we need to end this. Note 24, my friends. Bloody and charred our entry by Warriors Ring 7 days ago. Who knew that it would come to this? Who knew that somebody would be slain by my hand? Who knew that things would work out so perfectly? Yesterday I set up an account at the Deep Well Depository and managed to sneak into what was not mine in a desperate attempt to find the key. After a quick glance through many of the deposit boxes, I found something that I certainly had not set out to discover. A staggering amount of black powder. I snatched it all up and stuffed each bag of it into my satchel. I then scurried back to my hotel room and started producing block after block of TNT. After I used every bag of black powder, I set out for Little Fort. I attacked in the night. I rushed through the front gate and up the stairs, lighting and dropping the TNT as I went. Violent explosions rocked the fortress and I made my way up the staircase. I could hear frantic screams when the first soldier met me on the stairs. Oh wait. I could hear frantic screams for everyone to take their posts. I assumed that they believed this attack was coming from outside. For when the first soldier met me on the stairs, he didn't even acknowledge my presence, so I continued forward. Hiding the dynamite under my belt, each man I passed took me as a fellow soldier, which enabled me to easily make it up the highest towers where objects of value are kept. I quickly searched each chest in each tower until I finally came across what I had come for. The key to the Sandstone Theater. The frightened voices around me had begun to calm, and confusion was beginning to settle over the fortress. I knew that if I were able to be able to successfully escape, and that I must create another distraction. So I lit a few more bundles of TNT and tossed them about the complex. Death came instantly, so were blown off bridges and towers while others leaped in a panic. I felt no pity for these men, only disgust. Disgust over what the fact that this was the army of the supremacy. It was truly a pathetic sight. I leaped into the river and floated away without a thought in my mind. Wow. It's pretty deep and intense. Hey, hippos from More Creeps and Weirdos mod. Give credit to that guy. Anyways, thank you guys for watching part 9. I'm gonna make part 10 soon, so stay tuned. See ya.